It was a day of carnage for the markets. Nifty, Sensex both fell over 2%. Multiple stocks took a beating. Not a single sectoral index finished in the green. There were very few select stocks which did well. Tata Elxsi was one of them. Now, it wasn't just the stock which did well and actually closed out the trading session in the green, but actually notched a fresh lifetime high today. And that is on the back of a very strong show in Q2, which stands testament to the capabilities of this company and also places it in the club of one of the few companies whose activity levels, revenue levels and margins have returned to pre-COVID levels or higher. Now, I'm going to walk you through the specifics of this result, but another key thing to look out for is that over here, your profits were outgrowing your revenue. And that means that all your incremental revenue that came in essentially was much higher margin, or that operating leverage was playing out. Now, I say this because your revenue growth YOY was just 11.5%. However, your PBT growth in that same YOY period was 56%. So the business has obviously turned far more profitable. Let me walk you through the specifics. The revenue from operations stood at 430 crore. So like I said, that's 11.5% gain YOY or a 7.4% gain QOQ. So that's actually important because it's not just a YOY comparison, it's also sequential. And while Q1 might have been a subdued quarter, it's always good to see sequential growth as well. Now, profit before tax came in at 110 crores. That's a 17% sequential bump up. So last quarter, your profits were obviously a bit subdued because of all that was going on. But YOY, like I said earlier, massive jump of 56% in profit. So that's got everyone really excited and wondering when you have a full quarter now, which will be Q3, of no lockdowns and full regular business and obviously a higher return to normalcy, can the performance be even better? The EBITDA margin this quarter was 27%, mind you, which is also a very healthy figure. So if you want to know what drove this performance and what really made it stand out, so the EPD segment, which is embedded product design, that is the largest segment of Tata Elxsi. That segment grew 7.1% QOQ and 15% YOY. So there you're seeing the bulk of the growth. The second largest sector perhaps is industrial design and visualization. So that segment also grew very smartly, 15.1% Q on Q, and that was led by some international design project wins. Now, when we caught up with the management, or rather we went through their press release, it's clear that there's a rebound seen in the automotive segment, which is obviously a key focus area for this company. The transportation vertical has also done well, grown at 5.6% Q on Q. So they've added a lot of new customers. They've even added a new OEM. They have some large deals, including a multi-year contract with a European Tier1 supplier of automotive market. So these are all the triggers that played out this quarter and will continue to play out in the quarters to come. The stock had a very strong show today. Obviously, given market conditions, it did retrace. But given the run-up we've seen in Tata Elxsi, some people perhaps might have been nervous about the earnings being able to support the overall fundamental picture of this stock. With a result like this, those fears go away. Fundamentally, the earnings are growing well, despite what some might call a tough macro environment.